Hello, faithful listener, and welcome to the second edition of Inquiring Minds with me, Stephen Edwards. Before we go any further, I want to thank you sincerely for the fantastic response to last week's introductory episode. I was blown away by the feedback. So much so that I'd like to address all 4 comments left on the website right now. To Johnny Quest 69, thank you for your many superior alternatives to Inquiring Minds as a show title. However, I have previously stated I have already purchased all the relevant URLs and trademarks. I've raised this issue with the companies in question, but they have all replied with a unanimous no backsies. To the Hippogrifter 2K15, who asked about legal proceedings between myself and Mr. John Camp after he assaulted me at the end of our interview last week, I am happy to disclose that we settled out of court. I dropped all charges in exchange for him letting me see his torn and mangled penis. It was repulsive. To Snooky Luffapagus, I think I'm pronouncing that right correctly. I assume it's a play on Snuffleupagus, just with the word snooky instead of snuff, and that's creating quite the image in my mind. Quite the image. Anyway, I must unfortunately decline your request to send you nudes, though I thank you for your interest in the program. And finally, to my mother, thank you for your kind words. I will see you on Sunday for dinner. On to business then. This week we're talking to noted scientist and inventor extraordinaire, Mr. Colt Phillipa. This week he has promised us a world exclusive by revealing a new invention he says will change the way we as humans converse, which is pretty exciting stuff. But before that, I'd like to welcome another sponsor to Inquiring Minds, Willie Peterson's new book, It's Not Racist If It's True. Oh. Full disclosure, I agreed to advertise the book before I read the title. I'm sure it's not meant to be taken literally. I, of course, do not endorse any of Willie's opinions expressed in the book. I am merely making you aware of it in exchange for money. Now let's talk to Mr. Colt Phillipa, inventor extraordinaire.
So what's the show called?
Inquiring Minds with Stephen Edwards.
Inquiring Minds.
Yeah, it's like a pun on Inquiring Minds.
I could invent you a better title.
I've already bought the domain name, to be honest.
It's just some inventor's humour. I wouldn't really bother.
Okay. We good to go?
Yeah, I'm ready when you are.
Welcome, listeners. I am here with Colt Phillipa. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Inquiring Minds.
So, you are a bit of a famous face.
I am, for my sins. I am quite the famous inventor.
You're often in the papers. You've been seen on GMTV this morning and those kinds of things.
Well, yeah, the 80s were a good run for me. That's true.
Definitely. It's
been quiet lately, but I'm coming back.
That's why we're here today. But for any listeners that don't know you, let's paint a picture. I mean, tell them some of your past inventions. I mean, we've all seen the book, Colt Phillipa, Inventor Extraordinaire. You come up with these crazy contraptions. Tell us some of your past ones.
Well, I have to say the most successful by far was, of course, the barcode battlers.
The what?
You remember barcode battlers? It's one of mine.
The barcode battlers?
Barcode battlers. It was huge in the 80s.
Yeah, I'm 25.
I'm Look it up. I also invented a formula that keeps Coca-Cola a constant state of enjoyable fizziness. Not too much, not too
Doesn't go
carbonated.
flat.
Never goes flat.
That sounds amazing. Why isn't that in shops?
Well, I did intend to use it for the betterment of mankind, but Coca-Cola offered me a tidy sum to keep it to myself.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bastards.
Yeah, well, you know, they are not the most ethical corporation, but
no, and
they paid me a lot of money, so
and we hope they will sponsor us one day, and for that reason we'll crack on. Any more inventions?
I did come up with something that cured the common cold.
Cured the common cold?
Yeah.
Again, why haven't I?
I gave people diabetes.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they
so they won't sell it.
They weren't sneezing anymore. You know, it's
well, you know,
this inventing game, Mr. Inquiring Minds. A lot of it's about your perspective on what you consider a success, really.
Well, I don't know. Diabetes is pretty nasty.
But the cold, though, have you ever had really bad cold?
I have, but I've also, I just like.
I'd rather just avoid sugar for a bit myself.
Well, to each his own, but that's what you've done.
Yes.
What you're here with today, and for listeners at home, there's no showbiz magic going on here. I am completely as blind as you are here. I only know that Colt has promised something revolutionary.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
So, put us out of our misery. Let's end the anticipation. What have you got for us today?
Mr. Acquiring Minds.
That's not my name.
Would you agree that it is a big world, and in this day and age, we can easily lose touch with people?
Definitely. It's as we move towards a more technological focused society, we're losing the human touch.
Exactly. There are no ways to communicate with people.
Well, I mean, there's email, there's Facebook. Is Bebo still going?
They're not personal, though. What we need is a personal connection with people we are personally connected to. We can't connect to a font. One of the reasons I enjoy your show so very much is because you understand the importance of a one-on-one personal connection.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that, definitely. But, okay, so go on.
My invention is going to end a lot of the world's problems.
What kind of problems are we talking about? Are we talking like on the scale of like world hunger?
A few pegs lower than that.
Political stability, then, something around.
It might. I didn't intend the barcode battlers to be used to battle barcodes, but.
So why don't you tell me less about what it doesn't do? Why don't you tell me about what it does do?
I'll do you one better, Mr. Inquiring Minds. I will show you.
You've brought her here.
Okay. Let's say you're on the other side of the world, and I wanted to talk to you, to converse with you.
Yeah.
My invention, all you would have to do is wait for an agreed upon time by the invention itself till said time arrives, and then we could actually talk to each other from opposite sides of the world, from anywhere in the world, at any time of day or night, but not in the evenings.
So like a telephone.
I'm sorry, what?
A telephone. I mean, this device. I mean, it. I mean, with all due respect, it's a bit crudely constructed, but it looks like a phone, like a cord phone. I mean, we even have phones like without cords now, so it looks like a step back from what we.
I do not know what you're talking about, and I have never seen anything resembling my invention in the slightest.
I'm talking about a telephone. The reason you've never seen it is because we haven't used these for a number of years. I mean, we have like smaller, better versions of these in our pockets. We carry them around.
Oh, you're thinking of the fruit machines, those tiny things that the youths carry inside themselves.
The Apple phones.
Yes.
Yeah, they're phones. They're telephones.
Yes,
they're more advanced versions of this.
You have to stop saying that word.
What word?
The phonic device.
Phone? Telephone?
That's a nonsense word. I'm not sitting here saying supercalifragilisticexpialidocious over and over again.
You know what a phone is.
I've never heard the word phone before in my life.
You've heard people say the word telephone.
No, I haven't.
Are you like for real? Alexander Graham Bell invented this device like almost 150 years ago.
If it's that old and it's that common as you claim, then why don't I see them anymore?
Because it's old. It's like the keyboard is the new version of the typewriter, and the bus is the new version of the tram. You don't see these things anymore. You have better versions.
I've seen typewriters. I've seen many a typewriter.
Yeah, but do you own one? Do you use it to book holidays or look up porn?
Well, not exactly.
Exactly. Because we have a more updated version that does all the stuff this original thing did, and now a million things more.
But can you use it to talk to people?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Well, aside from the basic function of talking to people, there's email, there's text messaging.
Yes, but through this text messaging of which you speak, There's only so many letters in the world. They can't be expected to express the myriad of emotions I feel on a daily basis.
I mean, Skype. If you use Skype, if you download Skype onto your phone, you can actually look at the person while you're talking to
Mr.
them.
Inquiring Minds,
That is not...
my invention, the wireless phone-to-ear transglobal communication handheld device, does...
Okay, that's a terrible name, first of all. Second of all, it has a wire.
No, it
You said
doesn't. It does not have a wire.
This is a wire.
No,
Look at it.
That is a metallic cord, sir.
It's a wire.
But it's not a wired device. Each wireless voice-to-ear transglobal communication handheld device does not connect to each other. It's all done by satellites or some such.
Okay, let's back up a second, ignoring the awful name. You legitimately have never heard of a telephone.
I can't say I have.
It's a basic household device. Everyone has one. You go into a house. You have a telephone. You have a television. You have a fridge.
I don't know half of those words.
A fridge.
A fridge. Fries? Am I pronouncing that right?
No, it's like a fridge. It's like a cupboard, but it's cold inside, and it keeps your food cold.
Who told you about my food colder?
Are you from the past?
Have you been spying on me? Is that what this is? Is
Are
this
you-
some kind of setup so you can steal my ideas?
So you've invented the
Of all the
fridge
things, Mr. Edquiring,
and the telephone.
you, sir, are a slander machine. You will never undersell my device. My device that allows everyone in the world the ability to communicate with one another from wherever they may be, as long as they're not talking during the evening, because for some reason it just doesn't work at that time.
So like you can't even talk during the evening. So like is anything else you can't do?
It's basically flawless. Basically.
What you said? You hesitated on the word basically.
Well, if on the long shot that you have irritable bowel syndrome, then no, you can't use it.
Why wouldn't you be able?
That's the vibrations, the sonic
I don't
frequencies.
even want to know. I don't want to know. To be honest, this has been a giant disaster, and I'm gonna stop the interview now. So
I'm not going anywhere until you use my device.
I'm not.
Sir, you are going to use my device, and then you shall be able to sing high its praises and tell the common folk of my invention's glory.
If I use it, will you leave?
Yes, I will.
Fine. I will. I will call my mother.
Good. She needs to hear from you.
What do you mean?
I mean, in general, everyone should call them mothers.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was not some kind of your mother slam.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Right. So I'm gonna just type in her number.
Okay, so first you have to let her know that you're going to call her.
What? How?
Well, there are many ways. Just send a wireless communication.
So you want me to get in touch with my mother to tell her that I'm going to get in touch with her? What, you want me to send her an email?
Don't be daft, man. Send a telegram.
Send it. You are from 1812, sir. Look, presumably you have another one of these devices.
I do.
I will call you and
Very
let's
well.
just-
I will just get it out here.
Oh well, yeah. Make sure that.
And there you go. Okay. So, that's you.
Okay, so I'll just call you.
Very well. Here is my 18-digit personal interaction number sequence.
That's another terrible name. This is. You've even this isn't even a rotor device. I haven't. Okay.
Okay, that's
it's ringing.
that's
ringing.
me. Do you like my personalized ringing voice tone?
I don't. I have to.
Can't do that with your fancy handheld
Yes,
devices.
it's like one of the basic features.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick up my end here. Now we wait for a moment while the singles interconnect.
Yeah, but ow, motherfucker!
God, man, don't hold it so close to your ear. It gets incredibly hot.
Oh, I can't feel it. I can't feel it.
Well, there's no one to blame but yourself for that one.
You're a terrible inventor.